move that we accept this, one-time users policy.
I have a motion to accept the
Second.
one-time user policy, I have a second. All those in favor?
Hold on. But before y'all do that, you've got the paid in advance after the second payment, but you don't have that after the first. Like, you're looking at 20, you,
No, yeah.
sorry.
Well, the 20 cycle also does not have that sentence, you're right.
This is.
What's down at the bottom of the page?
Well, it's
Okay,
on the sixth.
I'm confused. Are we on this one or this one?
Second page.
Second.
Second page of
Well,
this one.
yeah, Madison Solid Waste, one-time user. The ones in the middle says one-time user.
Yeah. Okay. So if you go to the 20 cubic yard, it says a fee of $395, it doesn't say paid in advance. The next sentence says $350 fee, comma, paid in advance. I'd add that paid in advance after the first $395 and the first 120.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that makes it real clear that they've got paid in advance.
Before, that brings up a question.
Right, and they both came in paid.
That brings up a question, Mr. Blair, you may be able to answer this, or Mr. Kaufman, anyone. All right, look, I'm demolishing a house. I get a container, I pay them $395, you empty it, but I realized, hey, there's a whole lot more destruction in this house than I thought I needed for a second half, so basically, we're doing it all over again. So week 2, just is like week 1, we start all over again, is that right? $395.
You're gonna have 2 pools, right?
You got 2 pools, so you're gonna pay $395 week 1, $395 week 2, is that?
Well, we can continue at $350. If you have additional pools, it would be $350.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, the number of pulls is more important than the number of days. I mean, if it stays there 10 days instead of 7 days, that doesn't cost us anything.
Well, yeah, see, I guess that's what threw me was the 7 days, and then see, all of a sudden I realized I needed for 10 days or 14 days.
We did have to set a date, but I mean, if you continue to pull, if, you know.
every time.
Yeah,
That's
$350.
Okay.
And we can let it sit there for a few more days, but we just can't let it sit there for months on end waiting for you
Yeah.
to fill it.
Sure, okay. I'm with you. All right.
And then so if we put the little paid in advance at both of those spots, then that would
I put it after the first $395 and after the first 120.
help make it clear.
All right, with that correction,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
I forget.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, motion is second. All those in favor of the one-time user fee schedule policy, prepayment policy?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Pass 5-0. We'll move on to page 3. This will be the Madison County Solid Waste Department prepayment contract agreement.
This is basically, the agreement that the person would sign, basically what we just discussed. This is the actual page that they would sign for that. Kind of giving them some limitations on what can be put in the containers. No hazardous waste. And maybe what, Mr. Reeves had suggested, maybe we add that same thing in here.
It says prepayment on there.
Does it say?
It says prepayment
The
there.
first sentence, prepayment of $395 is required prior to having the container delivered.
Okay.
And the next one says that other payment must be paid in advance, so I think you got it covered. You know, the one thing that's come up in the past is like restaurants and grease and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We got in here that the following items are prohibited: hazardous waste, tires, batteries. I guess we got oil. Do we need to put anything for grease and that sort of stuff coming out of restaurants?
As long as there's no large volume of it, it's not really a problem on that, because it's still considered on its household
So just
garbage.
cooking grease in a can would be.
Would be fine.
All right.
We need to put anything in there, what, no dead animals?
Pardon me, didn't understand.
So we need to put something about no dead animals?
Probably would be a valuable thing on that one, if it was gonna sit there very long, I mean.
I don't know,
the
I don't know,
landfill
maybe
is not-
think of that, but
The neighbors appreciate it.
Well, you know, remember years ago, this caravan, wagon train came through town and, a mule escaped, got hit by a car.
That's right. You're correct.
Yeah, so there are all kind of situations out there. Mr. Chairman, I have one question.
Sure.
Clay, have you by any chance bounced this off of the landfill? John McHugh?
Most of it has been, I reckon I'll going back to the carcasses on that behalf, but I've dealt with that for so much on that. It's not usually an issue there at the landfill unless especially if it were in a container.
Okay.
But what I was thinking about, if it's sitting on your neighbors or next to your neighbor on that for 7 days, somebody might get upset.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we have a motion and a second, we don't have a motion second, okay? Do we have a motion on,
I move, Mr. Chairman, we accept it.
all right, I have a motion from Commissioner Moore to accept this on the,
With the change from
with the
the-
change for the animals.
Does that include the 20 cubic yard and the 6 cubic yard form?
Yes.
Yes. You mean the prepayment? It's on.
Well, we go on page 3 right now. We see if we can do it by page.
Well, okay. All right. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, same sign. 5-0. All right, moving to page 4, prepayment agreement contract for the use of 6 cylinder.
Yeah, that would be the same as the
Same
one
thing.
you just approved, except for
Actually-
smaller yard,
Yeah, okay.
smaller container.
Do we need a separate motion?
Well, you've already disposed of one, so you got to dispose of this one.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Okay, we have a
Second.
motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Same sign.
And that'll have the same correction for them.
Same correction. Okay. Believe that wraps that up. Is that right, Mr. Blair?
Correct.
Anything further?
That should take care of it. We thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mr. White.
Very much.
Appreciate your help also.
All right, moving down to new business under number 2, proclamation and presentation of the North Florida Regional Planning Council. Mr. Scott Coons, step forward. How are you this morning?
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Scott Coons, Executive Director of the North Central Florida Regional Planning Council, and here today to ask for your consideration to issue a proclamation recognizing the 50th anniversary of the North Central Florida Regional Planning Council, reformed in 1969. And before you consider that proclamation to declare May 7, 2019 as North Central Florida Regional Planning Council Day throughout the county, I want to review with you some of the duties, responsibilities of the council and highlight some of the projects and activities we've been involved in over the past 5 decades. Sure, we can advance the slides. So we'll talk a little bit about who we are, what we do, and about our 50-year history in a brief summary. The council is an association of local governments comprised of cities and counties throughout north central Florida. We're part of a statewide network of 10 councils around the state. Our mission is to improve the quality of life of the citizens throughout the region by enhancing public safety, protecting regional resources, promoting economic development, and providing technical services to local governments. Council now is comprised of 12 counties and 40 municipalities. 13 of those are member cities. The council is one of the larger areas in terms of geography in the state, the 8,000 square miles, and our population is over 500,000, 560,000 persons who live in the 12-county region. Council itself is made up of 2/3 elected officials and 1/3 gubernatorial appointees. Commissioner Davis is your current representative on the council. And under state law, counties are required to be members of their regional planning council, and cities may be volunteer participating members, and the city of Madison has been a member for a number of years. Those are our 12 member counties. And the next slide is the 13 member cities. We're governed by an executive committee. Our current chair is Mayor Davis from the city of Waldo. Our vice chair is Commissioner Wilford from the city of Alachua. Our secretary treasurer is Commissioner Cheston from Alachua County. Our executive committee member is Commissioner Demps from Taylor County. And our meeting past chair is Ms. Davis, a gubernatorial appointee from Dixie County. No, excuse me, Ms. Thomas. We have 5 ex officio members. These are actually 6 ex officio members. These are state agencies and water management districts that participate in our meetings, provide us timely updates, as well as information that's interest, and value to our member local governments, the Department of Economic Opportunity, Environmental Protection, and the State Department of Transportation, as well as the 3 water management districts that cover our region. Council is engaged in a wide variety of activities, starting with regional. We have a strategic regional policy plan to guide future growth and development of the region, just as you have a county comprehensive plan here in the county. We provide advisory comments to federal agencies for grant and loan applications. We also review local government comprehensive plan amendments and provide advisory comments to local governments. In the area of public safety, we work with the North Central Florida Local Emergency Planning Committee in providing training for first responders for hazardous material incidents throughout the region. In the area of transportation, we are the designated planning agency for the state-funded Transportation Disadvantage Program, which provides paratransit services to elderly, disabled, and low-income folks to get to medical appointments. And we staff the local coordinating board in those counties. They meet quarterly. Commissioner Moore serves as the chair of the local coordinating board here in the county, and the service provider in the county is Big Bend Transit. We also work with the city of Gainesville and Alachua County in their urban transportation plan, develop their long-range transportation plan. In the area of economic development, we're a designated economic development district by the U.S. Department of Commerce. We have a strategic economic development plan for diversifying the economy of the region. We provide econometric modeling for projects to determine the secondary employment impact from businesses that locate or expand in their community, as well as provide grant assistance in securing federal and state infrastructure dollars for economic development projects. And lastly, local government assistance. We have 2 activities there. We provide planning services to a number of counties and cities to assist them complying with the Community Planning Act. We don't have that staff capability in-house. And also, we file grant applications and then administer projects for community development block grant projects. And over the past 50 years, we've secured over $50 million for 100 projects throughout North Central Florida, many of those here in Madison County and the city. So as I mentioned, we were formed in 1969 on May 7. 5 local governments, elected officials came together from Alachua County, City of Gainesville, Alachua, Hawthorne, and High Springs, and recognized the value of working together with their neighbors to form the council. Then over the next several years, additional jurisdictions joined, adjoining counties and municipalities. And in 1976, on the next slide, Madison County became a member of the Regional Planning Council on December 1st of 1976. And our most recent addition is Levy County, just a few years ago when the state reorganized the boundaries and assigned them to our region. So what was Life like 50 years ago in 1969?